We are live Newsday Tuesday. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing well. How are you, Rome?
I'm doing good. Very tired today though.
Think it's the heat or you're just working like a dog? Or both?
Yeah, both.
Oh man. Well,
How
I
you
like your
doing?
background. I'm good. I want to go hang out with you. You look like you're ready to go skiing.
Thank you.
Looks good.
There's a little piano back there. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it?
Yeah, no, you can do a little 88 keys for me, sounds good. Well, I mean it makes sense. You interview a lot of musicians, don't you? So, you know,
Yeah, it's only
a
right.
little yeah, a little musical background there. Why not? Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
It's hot out there today.
Yeah, it's a cooker. And the hot stuff is coming back. We had fake fall and we're
Right.
coming out of that now. So put away your sweaters, forget sleeping with a fan. It's going to be sticky and humid and ugh for another 2 weeks. And then we're going to miss this weather. That's what I was telling folks. You get to this time of the year, and I know I'm guilty of this. You start taking the fact that you were walking outside in your flip-flops and shorts and a T-shirt in the morning. You take that for granted. Just another month, Rome, we're going to be freezing, at least at
Right.
night.
And it goes by so fast too.
It does. I know. I love the summer, just because I don't have to wear as many clothes. I don't mind getting all dressed up like this for you, but you know, generally speaking, I get home, it's into the shorts and the T-shirt. Get comfortable, get in the garden.
Right away too.
Yep. First thing, take off the makeup if I'm wearing makeup. Don't tell anybody that. And then, get in just some comfortable clothes. Because, as probably is the case with you, when I get home, the work doesn't stop. I'm still taking phone calls. Not tonight, but tomorrow night, I got a board meeting for, a group I'm involved with. So, I might as well be comfortable once I get home because I'm still working. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
The work never stops.
It doesn't. I think as I continue down this long career I've had, and I'm very thankful for it, one of the things I learned too late probably is that you really got to put some guardrails on when you're working and when you're not. As much as I talk about doing it at home, I'm trying not to do it as much, whether it's social media, taking phone calls, hunting for story ideas, and. But, that's just life. I love what I do. So, I don't mind doing it. It's not as much, just like you, it's not as much work. We just both wish we could get paid more for it. But,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That'd be nice.
I'm keeping the lights on. So there's that. And you're able to afford that very nice background, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But bigger and brighter things to come for both of us, I'm sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
today we got to
Absolutely.
talk news and fun stuff. So what am I watching? I'm still watching the NFL. I told you this last week, Rome, but I mean, it's the last week of preseason. It's mostly backups, but that doesn't matter because, I mean, if you watched football last year, like all the quarterbacks got hurt. So you better be watching, especially if you do fantasy football like me. I'm the defending champ at NBC Connecticut. Woo woo. So I've got a title to defend, Rome. So I got to do my research. Yeah. So that's what I'm watching. Sports team of the week, though, not football. How about them Hartford Athletic? I went to a game Saturday night, and they were playing the first place team in another division, or I think it might have even been their division, Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. Yep.
And Hartford's, I think, going in the game, they were 7 wins, 12 losses, 5 ties. So, better than last year, but still not great. Louisville is a real chippy team. They're getting real physical. They get one of their guys thrown out. So they're down to 10 players, like 20 minutes in the game. And what does the Athletic do? They give up a goal to a team that was down a man. Yeah, I know.
Right.
And so, I'm going to the game, and honestly, true story. First game of the year for me, just because they were so bad last year. They barely could score. Their defense wasn't very good. It just wasn't entertaining. I like to be a good fan and be supportive, but Oof, it was my first game, and they didn't disappoint. Second half, they're down 1-0 at the half. I think that the coach must have given them a talking to. And they come out, they put one in, put another in at the 83rd minute, and, coasted to victory. So that was nice. It's always nice hearing the Whalers theme song, when they win and they score a goal. So enough on the Athletic. Food dish of the week. It's got to be steak. I mean, dude, we're coming up to Labor Day weekend. What are you doing? You're cooking something on your grill, I hope. And there's no excuse if you got an apartment, you got a house, because you can get a small grill or a hibachi. I always grilled even when I had a small apartment. I've never let that go. Either hot dogs or, hey, you want to go vegetarian, just slice up some of those zucchinis growing in your garden. Are you going to do any barbecuing this weekend, Rome?
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I've been eating a lot of salmon lately. Always hated it, but I like it now.
It's good on the grill. It is good on the grill. It's good broiled. I'm not a big fan either. And it's not because it's fishy. I like bluefish and I like tuna. I love tuna off the grill, like when there's big fat steaks. Oh, those are good. Those are good. But salmon's good on a grill. I like it on a grill. I don't necessarily like it. Like, are you doing it in the oven and stuff, or
both the oven and then the grill?
Yeah.
With some rice.
So you got any friends that go fishing?
I don't.
Oh man, you got to get some, because, or you got to go on one of those party boats. Have you ever had, what am I thinking of now? Stripers?
No.
If you like salmon, you're gonna like a striper. They're from the ocean. People catch them. They're hard to catch. You can catch them in the Connecticut River. My neighbor goes out on a John boat a lot, and he'll get them here and there. It's 28-inch catch limit, I'm pretty sure. But that is some good eating. Day of the catch. Bluefish is good, but only day of the catch. Or if you catch one of the little ones, like a 5-pounder, and there are so many bluefish, you're allowed to get the juveniles. It's okay. But stripers, recommend.
I gotta try that,
friend. You do. I'm serious. Like, just all you need on it is a little bit of lemon and butter on the grill. It is ridiculous. But salmon's nothing to sneeze at either.
Right?
Nothing to sneeze at. So on to the news.
Newsday Tuesday.
Newsday Tuesday. We're not talking fishing. We're talking hiking. It's sad hiking, unfortunately. Search crews found the body of a Wethersfield native who disappeared while hiking in Glacier National Park in Montana, according to the National Park Service. 32-year-old Grant Maruccio, formerly of Wethersfield, was actually living in Montana more recently. It was reported missing August 18th, so in the last 10 days or so. His hiking party last saw him at Glacier National Park when he separated them to reach the summit himself. McPartland Peak is what he was going for, but he never made it to the rendezvous spot after, sadly. And then let's go. Well, go ahead. What's that?
Sad news.
Yeah. I mean, you know what they say. You always want to hike with a partner, because if you don't, that's going crazy.
I think it should be a law where you just can't go hiking alone. You gotta have a dog, or you gotta have like a partner with you.
It might not be a bad idea, Rome. Especially, I'm guessing he lived out in Montana. Maybe he knew his way around a little bit. But if you're, some Eastern Flatlander like you and me, it might be good to at least be going with a partner, or be real experienced. For sure. And I want to talk about experiences. How about those folks out at Portland's Jobs Pond? Have you heard about this? Where for 6 months, we've had all this rain, and they've had some kind of lake issue out there, and they're all having flooded basements. Well, they got some good news today. Local and state leaders met at nearby Camp Ingersoll near Jobs Pond. Multiple water pumps are now being employed to try to just clear this pond out. They're all getting installed. It's a relief project costing over $500,000. And the pumps are going to empty the water into the Connecticut River. And those folks, let me tell you, NBC Connecticut has done a ton of stories on this, and these folks have been very patient. And, it's good to see the federal government and the state government step up. Federal government's putting in 75% of the money, and the state's putting in the other 25%. And hey, man, you know what time of the year it is, Rome? Back to school.
Oh yeah.
But you and me,
a lot of people started today, right?
Yeah, but you and me, we got another 3 weeks of summer. That's not.
Oh yeah.
But the story, the story is, it's been a big trend. You probably heard a little bit of it toward the end of last school year about like, finally, they're saying, hey, we got to have rules with these kids and cell phones. My daughters say they wish they had these rules when they were in high school because they said half the kids weren't doing anything. They were just playing on the phones. But anyway, more school leaders are considering restricting cell phones in the classroom. And let's face it, the kids can be mad about this, but at the end of the day, aren't they just cheating themselves?
Yeah.
This comes after the state recently urged districts to come up with rules for devices because it had been a real patchwork and still is, but they wanted more rules. So, for example, students in Waterbury have begun their new year with a new policy requiring cell phones to be locked up in a pouch for the day.
Oh, wow.
The whole day at middle and high schools. But I mean, come on. If you had a problem when you were a kid, like, in 4th grade, 2nd grade, whatever, what'd you do? You went to the office and they called your parents.
Yep.
You telling me they can't do that now?
Right.
Right. So put your phone away. Study and become great. That's what I say.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Dang it. Let's stay on school. Last story. A new state law will require public school districts to provide free period products in school bathrooms. The law will go into effect September 1st. So that is Sunday. And it will require menstrual products to be available in women's restrooms, all gender restrooms, and at least one men's restroom for students in grades 3 to 12. And I can tell you, NBC Connecticut, not the investigative unit, but my friends in the general news department are doing a story on this today. Guess what? Who's paying for this?
Oh, boy.
I don't know. It may be, I don't know. All I know is that I saw the little summary that said our team was working on a story about that schools are having trouble coming up with money to put these menstrual products in bathrooms. And so maybe it's what's called an unfunded mandate, meaning that the legislature passes a law and then everybody else has to figure out how to pay for it. But we'll see. That I could be totally wrong there. Watch NBC Connecticut or check it out online. And of course, I got to plug this before I go. The Henry Lee special I talked with you about, Dr. Henry Lee, or it's called Traces of Doubt, the forensics of Dr. Henry Lee, incredibly famous person here in Connecticut. Our team did a 1-year research project looking at some of his cases, very famous ones, some infamous a little bit, depending on how you look at it. But please watch that. You can see that online and anywhere you stream. It's there. You can see it. Again, it's called Traces of Doubt, the forensics of Dr. Henry Lee.
Right.
So I'll tell you about Traces of Doubt, and now I'm out.
All right. Thank you, Len, my friend. See you next week.
Great seeing you, Rome. You be well, my friend.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
You too.